Hi, guys. Hello to everyone. Hello to my mods. Looks like we have a bit of time yet before people come in, which is good. Can relax a little bit here. So I'm going to say it's so good to see you, Silver and J-Lo and Sharon. You guys are so helpful, and I just want to let you know how much I appreciate it. We have a person here. Hello, and thank you for showing up. Um, we're going to just be having some esoteric chit chat. I say we because it's not just me, it's uh, me and everyone in the stream. So I welcome you, and I'm so glad you're here. And I appreciate you coming in. And as you're coming in, would you please be so kind, no matter if it's my stream or someone else's, to put a thumbs up, hit that thumbs up on as you're settling in, because it's too easy to forget. And the way the algorithms are, it really matters. That's what they're really basing it on, is what you guys say yes with the thumbs up. So know that now, that the algorithm is really changed in the way that they have done it. So I want to just say thank you, and that you can go ahead. I took my antihistamine, but I'm going to keep it at hand just in case I need to take a little more, because it's fairly light stuff. Let's see. We got some new comments already. Hey, Chromatica's Rebel. Carl Rice, hello. It's so good to see you guys here, even if it's a small group. I think Linda might have them a live on right now, too. So that's probably where a lot of people are. But it's all good. I always think go with the flow, you know? And Shield Maiden, lovely to see you, dear. Always. What's on the agenda today? That's a good question, Carl. I'm kind of, I was wanting to look at some headlines, and I thought about that just to kick one off. And then I thought, well, do I want to do that, or do I want to have chat? And so I'm just kind of waiting and seeing a little bit. Hello, Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. Hey, I'll have to give you a follow. Hello, everyone. Take a look. And if you have a channel, by all means, please take this moment to say hello. That's it. I thought, as I was getting ready for this, I thought I saw her. There was something, because she's on my notices, you know. So it was like, but no problem. I really do believe that if you get too attached, you'll make yourself miserable, and it's just really good to just be open. Yes, both. I agree. Is always good. Coffee, talk, and extra. Yeah, I like that. Can you believe the sun finally came out today, you guys? Oh my gosh. At the coast in Northern California near San Francisco, where I'm at, that Mark Twain quote about the coldest winter, the coldest winter he ever spent was summer in San Francisco. It's really true. We have a lot of gloomy, chilly weather until with spots of warmth until about August and September. But it gets monotonous after a while. So it's like, I feel like I've been plugged in because we've had so much overcast weather. So it's kind of nice. So my energy is better today. Thank you, JR. My earrings, I do want to say who made them, because they are by an indigenous artist, B as in the letter bee, like a bunny, b.Yellowtail. And these are porcupine quill, very fine work. And these are my special earrings. These are my spendy ones but I haven't worn them yet. And they just went with what I was wearing. I thought, today's the day I get to wear these. And hello, JR. And like I said, thank you so much, you guys that are coming in. I really appreciate it. And if you have a channel, make sure that you just say like a little hello, even if you don't, if you want to lurk today, that's fine too. But please, let us know if you have a channel or not. Yes, it's custom. And, there's so many people I see ripping off indigenous art and craft and skill. And, it's cheaper. They send it out to Bali and they put turquoise in. But please, please support indigenous artists. This, as you can tell in the back of it, it's just such beautiful work. And it makes a difference. You should, Carl. I really hope that you do, because if you do, it'll be so much fun. Please do. And just join the group. Do it for the fun of it. You haven't gotten to posting yet, Kevin? Yeah, you know what? It's a bit of there's a learning curve to all of this as we're beginning our opening chit chat before we do our mini reads. There really is. And I didn't know a darn thing. But I happen to be pretty determined person when I set my sights to learn something. And I tend to get kind of fall by the way of luck when it comes to electronics and things. Even though I may not completely understand it, I get kind of obsessed where it's like a code. It's like I've got to figure this out, even if it's just my way, So definitely. Sorry, I lost track of what I was thinking because I got another thought right in there. Carl Rice, intuitive? Oh, an intuitive channel? And I really like also, to see that more, hello, Geeky Heart, and J-Lo, of course. I said hello to you, didn't I? I don't feel nearly sufficient. I never feel nearly sufficiently caffeinated. I don't. It's because I usually never am. I'm multitasking. I find that I cannot just sit there and drink like a cup and then do. I have to multitask. But I hope that that you will, Carl, because it'd be really nice to see some more guys out there amongst us. And it's not that I have a problem with all the people those of us that identify as female. But it's nice to have a variety. And so I love to see more people doing this because I think it's really helpful to help you to come out of your shell. I really wasn't going to do it except for when I got the reading from her and she said, you who should do this, you need to be doing this. And I kind of knew it because I've been watching, but I didn't want to have to deal with the headaches that I knew that come when you deal with the public. And not everyone in the public is as nice as you guys. Um, so, you know, but I did. I'm totally an introvert, but not totally. I totally am, and I really have that thing going on with the my Pisces moon and a Pisces ascendant, where I can kind of flip direction, and I can be very social, but I can then need a heck of a lot of introvert time. And by and large, I need more time alone. Black Cat, can you ask Spirit and the cards for me on the channel? Sure, Carl, you'll be my first question. I'm ready for that, I think. Let me just get my gears going, guys. You know I'm a little bit rusty at first. I've got to kind of oil up the old wheels here with some coffee. You've got a lot of Virgo in your chart? That's good. I've got, my sun is in Virgo, but both my moon and my ascendant, blah, 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 camera mouth, you'll get like marble mouth, are in Pisces. And so I'm glad that I have quite a bit of water, so I'm glad I have the earth that I do. And I have a Sagittarius midheaven. So that helps me to pull out of that kind of that introversion a bit. A lot. And so I'm just looking at Kevin's comment, and he's saying, I've been pushing off starting my channel for a while. See, guys, I did this too. But I'm taking a step out of my comfort zone. Yes. High five, Kevin. High five. Still in the brainstorming stages, but I'll get there. And that's just it. Go your own pace. You can get pushed. And, some of us that are introverted, we don't really like anyone pushing us, do we? That's why we are introverts. But also just by nature, that's how we recharge. Oh, 3 of your planets are in Virgo. Oh, yes, you do. You really do are pronounced. But you have a rising in Taurus, a beautiful Taurus sun, and Cancer and Sagittarius. But right, oh, I get it. Okay, but your ascendant is in Taurus, your sun is Cancer, and you have a Sagittarius moon. Oh, that's interesting, Carl. We kind of have some similar energies, but just kind of flipped around. That's interesting. You're probably the only Leo introvert. I don't think so. I've met some. Some of my besties have been Leos that have that, but they, like me, can use their fiery part of their nature, when we need it. We know how to shift into that gear, right? So Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot says, I am a Leo with Scorpio moon. Ooh, child, you do need to have a channel, and Sagittarius rising, because you would be very warm. And I can just tell you right there that from what bits I know, I've been kind of a novice with astrology since about I was 12. I'm going to be 53 now, so it's been a while. The extrovert comes out after a couple of drinks. Yeah, that's what it used to take me too. I quit drinking, but now I'm learning to enjoy slipping into my fiery energy for that I have to be social, and it's really cool, becoming more self-aware. That's really cool. So, Carl, I'm going to do the first, because you did ask, and I'll go ahead and I'll let my mods take care of the incoming comments and questions. And again, thank you, the 9 of you that have joined us here. You know, I'm happy if I get even just one other person, because it's always about quality. And one of the things I'm learning is YouTube chill. You know, it's good to be paying attention, and some things will wind you up, and you do need to keep an eye because of the nature of the platform, so that you are making sure you're doing things, that all your efforts that you're putting into your channel are going to actually benefit. So I'm learning a lot, you guys, and I'm going to be watching more of their creator videos and stuff. I mean, I always did that, but there's like a creator studio that you get when you start a channel. And there's advice and information and like tutorial, and they're very handy. And I highly recommend that if you're starting a channel, that you do those courses. That once you've got that, you look in there and on their creator studio and see and follow, do it, you know, all the way through. I haven't completely, you know, gotten all the way through, of course, because I'm just kind of caught up to where my next, what would be like where I'm going toward my next level. And there's like certain points, you know, you have to, of subs that will open a window for your channels. So subs are really important. And now with the algorithm, the way you get exposure is by people actually thumbing up your videos. So again, all 9 of you, make sure you thumb up my video, please. Thank you. All right. So Carl, I'm going to dial into you. Gently, I promise, with the tarot. Actually, this is the Lenormand. And I meant to tell you guys this. I have been wanting a set of seashells with sigils to read or runes. And I've been waiting and looking. And I thought about making my own. And I certainly may very well do that someday because I love seashells. I have since I was a child. But I have here the witches. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's sunny and then things are blooming. So these have what they call the witches' runes. Those are the symbols used, but I will have these. See if we can symbols to, like that's also a Latvian symbol. I know that for sure. Like that's a star. But I will be employing these. I just recently picked these up. And these are really nicely done. The person that made these did it beautifully and has sealed these nicely. I like this one, the eye. I will get to your question, Carl. But I will be using these. These are just another example of like a clarification. And I love seashells. There's a lady in the UK made them. Okay, so now we're going to look at what the advice for Carl Rice, today is a rhyming day, is regarding starting a channel. And I take it, Carl, it would be like intuitive type. I don't know what all the tools that you might use or not. But people feel free to share in the comments, what are the tools that you use? I use a variety of tools. Seashells to Lenormand, which I love, and of course the tarot and other oracles, many as you can name out there. So please do share I'd love to be able to read later and see what other people enjoy using. And maybe if you've made some of your own. I think it's kind of important to make your own, and I will do that at a point. Maybe a few things. All right. But now I want to focus in on you, Carl, and your question. Okay, so I'm trying to get focused, and I ask the Most High to please assist me to read accurately and clearly always. And especially as I am reading for Carl now, what is the best advice for him regarding starting a channel here on YouTube? For him specifically, what is your tailored advice? All right. Just really wanted to make sure I got these shuffled because I had been reading before the live. Okay, Carl, you get the card of the house. This is security to me. That's the first thing, your sense of security, and the lilies. And that's really beautiful. It's a passion. And there is wisdom. I don't wonder if you might not partner with someone here, with the birds and the tree. I feel like there's something about you need to be on here. Long story short, the cards are saying to me, you would find yourself right at home here. You would find the ability, this self-express in a way that is something very different than you've ever had. And I just see I'm just getting community, and this would open you up in a way that, probably the likes of you and I would go, and many others in here would go, no thanks, but initially, but it's actually to people that are more on your specific wavelength. So where before, you were used to keeping more to yourself, this kind of literally, you're spreading your wings a bit with other people. I foresee it happening, and you're becoming part of, to me, the tree is also much like the internet, the branches, and like a bigger family of a collective. And I see you being very comfortable in the community, and that you bring a special gift, the gifts of your passion. And we are the audience that wants to hear, that aren't going to say, oh my God, that Carl Rice, man, he's really far out. Only far out in a groovy kind of way. And I see that it's just a matter of bringing a certain cycle to an end with the coffin and stability. So I think it's just about getting, prepared in mind, body, and spirit. You get your whole self on board. And I think you're going to know. And I see stability. I just feel like I'm getting the words of, there's such a community here, truly, and especially right now, that is opening up. And it's a good time if you're starting a channel, because at this moment, there's a lot of us there's like a opening up of opportunity to do collabs and to have other people help you to get your channel going, which is what really is helpful. And you know what? It's helpful in ways that you don't anticipate, in ways that you find yourself becoming more confident um, and comfortable um, and growing. And it's important, I think, growth here, where we are not so shut off from community, and where we can bring our gifts and not have everyone snicker or make us feel like, oh gosh, awkward. you know I'm the only spooky kid here. No, this is a great community to find some people that you can really relate to, and you get the star. Now that was reversed, but I think, well, it's because you're resisting change with the stork. But you're called to do this. You're called to do this. You may not think that you have. There's ways that, let me just put it this way. There are ways that we all inspire each other that we don't even know. Well, it can be me reading your comments. You don't even know about it. How much I can hit a heart, but you may not know all of what I'm feeling about that. And it's just the same way. There's a lot that people don't say on here because they don't have the time, they're whatever. But I feel like there is a comfortable shift where the concern of being overexposed is. Okay? So I'll stop there because I know there are probably other questions, but Carl, you need to start a channel. Go ahead. And I think Spirit is saying this would be really, really like chicken soup for the soul for you now, and give you a little community that you can stretch and grow in and learn and share and teach. And it's, yeah. And the same for you, Kevin. I really feel like you already gone that far, as you know. That will help. Collaboration, yeah, and channel if need that positive push. Yeah, you'll get to a point where with your own channel, where now after you get the ability to stream live, and you can collaborate, and you can monetize, and they will kind of push you. They say they don't, but I don't know. Anyway, it is good to do, and it can be, there's a good learning curve there too, in learning how to collaborate with people, and learning how this all works. And it's definitely good. This is actually a good thing for many introverts that have a pretty tough skin, but that also like to be social. a channel is a really good way to do it. So, and it challenges our comfort zones, and we overcome a staleness that we didn't know we had in our life. Like now, I look back and I think I should have started that channel way sooner, but I was too hesitant. Okay. And hello, Ron. I'm so glad to see you, love. Okay, and I will find JR's question. I think it's down below. Okay. And Kevin's advice, just looking, is I think spot on. It's really take your time and just get the feel of it. It's like you're driving a new vehicle. You got to figure it out. It's bells and whistles and all of that. You're a teacher and you work with kids. So that's your first passion. That's cool. So you're a teacher then that's where, yeah, you got a lot to offer. I read the Kipper cards, Shield Maiden. That's cool. And I like them. I'm just kind of bouncing down till we get to, that's great. You can, and I agree with Kevin, you can bring your teaching skills to the community. And Carl Rice says, I would be open to Collins before jumping up. Collaboration. Okay. All right. And I get you that you don't want to be too exposed. I definitely felt that way too. It's like that is my, like, one of my biggest concerns. So JR, I'm getting to your question. I'm so sorry. All right. Isis is Sills. Where's JR's question? Kevin question is way up. Okay, JLo. And hello, Desert Dawn. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to locate the questions. I can't find JR's question, but okay, I see it, Silver. Let me just roll back ever so gently. And feel my way. All right. Take your time. Cecile. Okay, and so just for everyone, this is, as I'm getting to find the question I need to, for JR, I'm an empath. Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. Everyone take note. He's going to be cranking up his channel here. But I am very similar. I also have that empathic energy and mediumistic I have, but I'm wanting to bump that up. Reading your question or your comment, you use Oracle decks and the Tarot and working on your channeling skills and clairvoyance as well. Wow, we sound very like I'm right there with you. Okay. And hi, Gathina. Sorry, I'm still rolling back to find because it's a little bit bouncy. JR, where are you, JR? And Kevin has a question. Okay. In all caps, please. Yes. Okay. Message from Spirit for Kevin. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we're tracking. JR. Question. Will my social disability application be accepted? Okay. Let's start with that. And you're with what should I do? Okay. So let's just see. cards are going to say. And I'll try using this. This is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. Okay, before I start, this one I'm going to use. It's a smaller deck, and sometimes I feel like it can kind of get to the point without kind of a long reading, because sometimes the cards can be a bit verbose. And I know I certainly can. Guilty as charged. Okay, so JR wants to know if they will get their disability application accepted. I remember doing that. They don't make it easy. I swear it's good to have somebody go with you because, man, all the little details. So JR wants to know they'll get their social security, disability application accepted. Will they get accepted for disability? Okay, we're coming to a decision. All right. Shows that. See, sometimes I'm like, yes, we know that there is a decision, but it's tracking. And there is some kind, I think, of an end that is reached with the coffin. So maybe like finally the end of that process. So I cautiously, here's the document. Okay. Here's the letter. This is, I think, the acceptance. Yes, you will be accepted. You get the lilies. And it's a good outcome. Okay? You will get accepted. Yes, with your health coverage and, for your physical needs. So for what you put in the application for, okay? So JR, I can tell you that feels real strong. And I'm very confident that you will be accepted for your social disability application. Ooh, I was just thinking, you all know that I am sorry. I know this probably looks like tacky as hell, but I cannot help. I cannot handle having like dry lip. All right. Now we are going to continue on reading. And hello, 20 of you here. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. 21 of you. And be sure to put, if you have a question for me, in all caps so that my mods can make sure that I get to it, okay? All right. And thank you so much for being here. And I only ask that people be nice to each other in the comment section. And that's, I think, good. Be a panther, Maya. Okay. Just so you guys know, We kind of established some things that works for the mods and I. Rather than using symbols, we just say, it's okay to scream in here. Please put your questions in all caps. Because otherwise, for our eyes, we, we kind of get woozy. And so that helps it for us and the mods to see. And thank you so much for doing so. Okay, so I am going to now focus on Kevin and his, again, he's got the Loving Vibrations Tarot. I suggest you go ahead and subscribe because it sounds like I gut feeling that he's going to have a really cool, interesting channel. And hopefully Carl won't be far behind because I'm actually, there's a few of you fellows I hope will just do that because it's so much fun to collaborate and read together. And I really think that as readers, it actually does. It does really help us flex and build our reading ability to work with each other. It really does. But it has to be the right person for you. Not just anybody will do. But there's a lot of good people to choose to collaborate with right now. Okay. So Kevin. Again, I just want to shuffle this really well. Message from Spirit. So I asked the Most High for Kevin. What is the advice for Kevin of Loving Vibrations Tarot? It doesn't take me long to mess up a deck, I'll tell you what. Well, the way I shuffle, they get tatty. Okay, we have the birds, and not as in Alfred Hitchcock. And we have strength with the bear. Just lay these down. I think that I'm being shown what looks like it could be a close friendship or it could be a love relationship. And I'm shown here there's a great deal of feeling or strength in that. And the birds is usually something about not only communication, but often partnership. And so when I get a repeat of that feeling of a possible thing of another person, a message about you and another person, and a relationship is with the 24, I think it's the swans or the heart. Yeah, and the broom. Now, this could be quarreling. This could be having, not always seeing eye to eye. Some difficulties where you feel very passionately, and perhaps they do too about certain things. That is being brought up here. And I feel like there's an inner strength that needs to be expressed with that broom. in communication with a significant other or somebody in, close relationship. I also feel that it is important for you to have a community where you can share those passions. And that really hits home here the more I'm looking at this. Because it's like with another, also there can be strength or there can be strife. But there is going to be, you get the bouquet and the child. So I feel like there is some significant blessing that is going to smooth things over. And it could be in the form of an actual child. I don't know if these are like, let me just look down, see in case you're answering anything here. Okay, now I'm seeing your tracking. So I see your comment that yes, you and your husband definitely get into it at times. Me and mine too. He's a Scorpio, and I'm a Virgo, but I have a Leo in Mars, so I don't take things from even a Scorpio too well. Okay, so I'm glad we're tracking, but there is something about where there is a blessing coming. It looks like in connection to a child. Now, I don't know if you are thinking of this or if you guys are at different ends of the spectrum on it. If this is regarding an actual child, then I would say there is some unexpected, there is a blessing coming. Not necessarily unexpected, but it would be a real blessing. I feel, though, that communication and playfulness also, when I get the child card, and lightening up is necessary. Mm-hmm. That's where I say, I always do. And it's like, where did I put my deck? Couldn't find my butt with both hands. Sometimes I'll tell you. And the mask is often maybe trying to be agreeable or flexible. And I get the well. Something needs very deep looking at. It says go deep rather than just superficial or putting on a mask and pretending that it's okay. There is a need, and probably a little shadow work there. And if you haven't been doing it, I think you probably already have. But it's like the well is deep, deep, deep. Seated energy where roles are concerned. I don't know, is there a child? We've talked about it. I've changed my mind. Okay, that's why I'm picking up on the child again. Okay. I just did a reading for someone last night, a private reading, and they're kind of having some similar things. So I was just thinking, oh, sugar. I think I shuffled those cards well enough, but I'm glad to see I'm tracking with your confirmation about talking about having kids but changing minds, on having the kid and would like to adopt. Well, I believe the universe says green light on that. And perhaps this is the deep consideration. Um, I think this is your probably you or your husband, okay? And I get the moon, which in this case, and the lilies and the ship, I think you guys could end up moving. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, and the moon, it just feels to me like there's a phase or there's a time cycle coming up where this shift and possibly with the move to, and it would seem to me like it would be um, and I don't know, an area that would be have a very nice aesthetic. Does that make any sense? If you were to adopt a child, I'm sure then you would put your, what makes sense to me is that you would be putting in, um, as a parent, like, okay, well, where are the schools and so on and so forth. So you just moved. Okay. We're not moving again. I got you. I got you. Okay. That might be why I'm picking up on that, the moving energy though. And it looks like there is a certain, I feel like, aesthetic, beauty, space that you want to create for this, or that you will be. And there is time yet, too, with this moon, to because you may change like the moon on ideas of how you want to do things, but talking it over is essential. Um, and I just feel that you're going to get more of a sense of a direction. And I don't know, there's a strong feminine energy that comes into this. It could be somebody that will help you with regard, uh, toward your adoption. It could be the mother of a child or a woman, a professional woman. Yes. And I feel like the dog, I feel like you will be going through an adoption process in the future. I do. You will be clarifying, I feel like, how you feel about it and what you would want, and just getting, and there's this woman that's helping you to do it. And this is like, the tower is protection, and, to be protective of their, this is like health and well-being and family. I see a bit of a family in your future. I just see that you guys are working it out, and spirit is picking up on that and says that is where you should be. Uh, that is tracking, and that you are meant to be looking at that consideration, deciding. You got a big house. It's nice, big, and open. Hey, can I move in, Kevin? Um, it's big and open and be perfect if you decide to adopt. Yeah, I mean, like maybe there might be something else. I feel like there may be more than one way that you may satisfy, um, you know, wanting to look after and help. And I just, it says take your time, mindfulness. You're doing, you're right where you should be. And, watch out for people that it's wise, because you want to watch out for, catch all those little details that otherwise sometimes people might miss, because this is an emotional thing. And I think, it's important to be mindful of any risks that you are not aware of, uh, depending on who you go through. So, mindfulness within this regard. And I think there is something very fulfilling yet in your future, where that question, and it's of your life, okay? And I hope you're satisfied with that, because I tend to think that you're moving towards something in that arena, shall we say. And I think it will benefit your life and a lot of others. So, but you gotta, it's the getting there is just as important as the end result. It's because, if not more so, because it's how you're going to get there, to get the end result that is needed. So I hope that you're satisfied with that. Miss D, thank you so much for your thoughtful donation. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to pop to the next one, because I believe that there was probably, Sharon Lee going solo at Nasty. I ought to bounce over there if I could. Herc, hello. Okay, so you're doing some readings. You got it, bro. I see. With Herc's, I'm just looking for the next question. I need a pot of coffee myself. And hello, Foolish Tarot. All right. So I'm just looking for the next question. Can one of my mods bring it up for me? Who's next? Oop, oop, oop. Love the positive feelings, vibes of these readings today. Yeah, it's, I'm feeling good. The energy's good. I did a little, use my Tibetan bowl singing today. That always makes things better before I start. It really does. Okay, I see the question here that I can see next is Talon. After this current marriage cycle is over, will there be a new love in your future? All right. You know what? Let me. See, I've got so many decks, and I have them in little clusters all around me. There's one of them, though, that I have specifically for love questions. Here it is, the Love Oracle cards. Fluff and dust, sorry. The Love Oracle cards. So I will use these. I cannot wait, you guys. Next Wednesday, I am getting a 1-hour massage on my screwed up back, and I cannot wait. All right. So I'm just going to band up these cards for the moment and set them aside, and use these Love Oracle cards by Island Time Wellness. Again, in case anyone's curious, and you can get them off Etsy. Okay. Definitely a smaller deck, so if you have smaller hands, like myself, it's easier to shuffle. So, Talon, I am looking into your future to see if you will meet somebody new that you can have a healthy relationship with. Okay, so I am focusing on Talon. I am asking Spirit, the Most High, and my guides and spiritual mentors to help me always, because I'm human and I don't always interpret things correctly. But what can you give me to share with Talon about if she'll meet someone in the future after she gets her divorce settled? Will Talon meet someone? Okay. It says the first card you're drawing is photograph, and it says to make new memories. So there's a bit of nostalgia. There's something about this. And endings bring new beginnings, it says. Growth, change, liberation, transition. Well, that's certainly your situation right now. And it is, to me, a nod that you will make new memories. You're still, as you said, in this endings cycle. But the cards are indicating that for you, with this new cycle coming in, there are opportunities to meet people. And there's going to be new memories to make. That's so exciting. And growth, because with different people, we learn different things, Different people it can bring out different parts of ourselves that maybe we don't always realize we had in there. This is going to be a real change, and this is very liberating. This is very good for you. So you're moving through this. You're still in that processing. Yeah, you get Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. And there is hesitation sometimes, but it looks to me like yes. And I'm going to pull one more card. Keys on a ring. And it says, many options. Decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Okay, well, that's TMI. But it's basically saying that you, if you wanted to, will have many options to meet new people to date, or whatever. Okay, Talon, I hope that you enjoyed my answer. All right. Yes, Zena, I'm going to, wherever your thing is, I'm going to need to have you put your question in all caps. I'm just reading Kevin's comment. I'm content with I'm content with the dogs for right now, but we have talked about it. Okay. Yes, all caps for the questions. I see you, Chocolate Roses. I'm going to put, so Chocolate Roses, wait a minute. Zena, then you must have put in a question that I missed. So I'm going to roll back and see if I can find your question before I get to Chocolate Roses, because I believe that would be the correct order from what I can see on my list. Where did it go? Thank you, Patricia Brown. Now that I get the camera on, it's like I can't speak. I sound like Elmer Fudd with the Sterling Dangle. Yes, I love silver. And my rings, that's a Latvian ring uh, that has charms, certain like runes on it, pagan for my heritage. So I'm still looking for her question, Zena. Oh, hi. Can I be added? Okay. All right. Well, from there I'm going to go. I see. Yeah. So it should be for chocolate roses. All right. Sorry, guys. Thank you all for sitting in here. 22 of you. I hope you're comfy. Um, Chocolate Roses says, hi, looking for a new house. Any directions from Guides Angels? Okay, let's put the love cards away. And so you're thinking about new home. I'm just deciding which deck. I have used this one a lot, but I think I'll shift. And first, I think I will try with a witch's rune. That's the symbolism that is used on these shells. And I will be sure to put a link where I got this, but you can make these too yourself, but probably by doing what this person did, but they did a better job. Okay, so I'm sorry, the noise is pretty, cacophony is pretty good, huh? I'll try to make it more quiet. So chocolate roses, I'm going to begin by pulling these for you with regard to a move, a new home for chocolate roses. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My long hair I grab it everywhere. And the spiral. And let's just see what that is. It waves. Being moved. I love it when Spirit does this, and it's just like, Maya, put away the cards. Just get the shells. Just get the shells, Maya. My spiritual mentors. And then they say, yeah, being moved, a deep connection to the spiritual world. But I also think in this case, yes, I think a move, a new house, is definitely on the agenda for you, chocolate roses. Oh, God. Yeah, they really did do a nice job. I was just trying to make sure like this isn't going to come up, peel off or something. No, these are on good. Okay, so this is waves. All right, that's the first shell. I'm going to draw some shells. All right. And I also feel like with that waves, to me, is going with the flow, not trying to push the river, and just making sure that you're not either being stagnant or being too pushy, but that you're moving with not being a path of resistance. You want to go with the flow, and I see this flow taking you to a different location, literally, possibly near water. You're getting the crossroads, many ways to reach the same place. So you have more than one, there'll be more than one place to choose from. It's not like you're stuck to pick one place. It looks like you have the luxury of choice. All right. And it really is going to come down to what is the best for you, obviously, when you're looking for a house. but what out of the choices that you have works out the best for you. So definitely I'm going to pull one more. It's funny. I didn't know that if I was scared, like, what if it just doesn't connect at all? There's that voice of fear, but this one just popped out, the sun. So that's a yes, a beginning, something new. Okay. Chocolate roses. And again, I want to thank you for your donations. And remember, guys, to put a thumbs up if you would. It really helps and it matters. My pleasure, Kevin, to give you the message. Cecile's question. Okay. I'm just going to roll back because I thought that it may have been back here. Because no, that was just a comment you made. All right. Looking for in all caps. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Da 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 da. Oh, Sharon Lee. I'm just so honored that she's in my, or what it was in my live. I don't know. Yes, Scorpio men. I love it. I tend to be attracted to Scorpio men. But the positive. Obviously, the bad boys are. Well, my dude was a little bit of a bad boy. He's wised up though. Okay. Mr. Foolish and I just roast each other. Perfect. Okay. All right. So I am looking for Cecile's question. Grow on you like fungus. It's true. All right. I'm still going to look for Cecile's question. I'm just glad that Sharon was here. Drinks are on the house. Cecile, way back. Way in the back. Are we all invited to spa day? No, this is with my husband. So this Wednesdays are my husband and my day to get out and do something or to hang out and be slobs together. And we do both. But next Wednesday, we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do that. And then he's real picky about all that. So, leave him to do that. But then we're going to go ahead and have dinner. And I've got another appointment I've got to make for a spa that has a pool. So that he and I can go in the pool that's accessible. And I know of one, but I want to go to another one, I think over in Berkeley. But we'll have to see if they're open on the right days. Okay. So I'm also just, bear with me, Cecile. I'm catching up. Sharon Lee, I am like Santa bringing gifts of incorrect context to every live stream. Well, Foolish, welcome, because you're my type of people. And as JLo says, for entertainment purposes only. All right, anyhow, Cecile, will my financial circumstance improve enough before it's too late? All right. I'm willing to try the shells again. The noise must be a little bit something. Maybe too loud for ASMR. Okay, so Cecile's spirit. Will Cecile's finances improve, or what is your advice? Well, you get the card that's going, seashell by the shore. See, I can just be absolutely bananas all here on my own, with you guys as my viewing populace to see. This traditionally is a male character. It's action. So it's saying take action. I think yes, but I think it says you need to take action. You can bring it up. You can bring it to literally go up, to have more strength. But you have to take action. You have to change things, budget, that kind of stuff. I have to do the same. And I am a slow learner when it comes to that. But I'm learning that I gotta andale. Oh, this is interesting. I think that's Jupiter. Oh, no, it's the sky. Sudden changes and endings. So I believe, yes, you said before it's too late. So yes, but act. Act before it's too late. There, make sure that you check out whatever options that you have, okay? I definitely get that. So look into, with your, set up an appointment to speak with somebody that may be able to give you a free consultation, and make sure they're reputable and all of that. That's why I advise, because it's saying yes, but you have to take action before, and it makes me laugh because it's like it's showing me the too late card, before it's too late. Action before it's too late. Okay? And thank you, Cecile. Okay, and I see your question now, Patricia Brown. My husband of 53, oh, I'm so sorry, 53 years past this May. Is he around me and is he happy? Well, even without looking at anything, I can tell you that I can't imagine that after having been together that long, that he would just Splitsville, abandon you, hey, I'm over here, doing this now. That was nice knowing that lady. No, of course. And I think he most definitely is. But let's try again with the shells. I'm enjoying using them because I believe without a doubt he is. But I'm going to ask him and his spiritual mentors, along with mine, to help me to pass along a message to you about that will, regard to his well-being and how things are. And if he's around you, I think he definitely is around you, without a question. The sun. You get the sun. Out of all of these, and I'm not looking, yes, he is around you, and yes, he's happy. And he does have the light of the other side. So I feel like he is transitioning. I want to ask about his transitioning, how that's going. Little itch. I wish Linda hadn't brought up the chili dog, because I'm thinking about chili dogs now. She brought that up in the live I did. I know that's completely random, and I'm sorry, Patricia Brown. But when I relax and then I start going with the flow, you get chili dogs. And you also get that your husband is around you. And the star. Okay? So the star is the green light to go after what you want. And to me, there's also that if you look up at the stars, know that as sure as you see the stars, both, if we think about, the sun is also a star. So there is light, and he is talking about daylight and night light. He's with you day and night. Oh my God. Okay. And okay, I'm channeling this. And, the day and night symbol is there. So I love the way he's brought this through, with the stars being the light at night and the sun during the day. That he is happy, that he is transitioning, and yes, he's with you no matter what time it is, quote unquote, day and night. All right. And hi, Arlene. And I see Kath 11. Hello. So, and Renee D. So good to see you. And as Ron said, love never dies. And he showed you with the sun and the stars that it doesn't matter whether the sun or the stars or what time it is, he's there. And also that light, cosmic light. He is where he is fine. He is getting there. He is transitioning. And it doesn't mean that he leaves you. Not at all. And Silver's right. Please make sure that you post with all caps. That will be the rule from now on. If you're new to learning that's time. It's cool. Let's see. I see Leslie says, I'm about to finish my secondment. Oh, doing a higher job at work. Will it lead to more? Or will the whispers of a second one pan out? I could really get used to the pay. Let's take a look. Again, I want to use the shells. I feel like I'm getting some interesting results. So Leslie King out of Australia. What part of Australia are you in, Leslie? I think you did tell me. Was it Sydney? Maybe I got it wrong. I have family there, so something else could be sticking in my head. But anyway, let's just see with the work. Will there be more work with the higher job that you're doing, with this more enhanced, advanced? Will that whispers of the second pan out? Let's see. Future employment opportunities. Sorry for the deafening seashells. Ooh, what's this? No, not quite sure which one this one is. It's kind of fun to learn it along with you guys. I'm enjoying this. This is truly interactive. Ooh. That first one. Why did I close that? Okay, that is harvest. Blessings of investing yourself. Rewards. Yes. Oh my God, I can't believe how on point these shells are. And the sun. So yes, I think I've taken care of that question, Leslie. Not for breakfast. Are you sure, Leslie? And hello, Kath, again. Is Mary Mahler still based in Las Vegas? Oh, I have no idea. I think that's the shells. Yeah. And it's so funny because, and hello, all 21 of you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I have always wanted to use and been drawn to like bones and shells and I've tried using the pendulum, and I think I fight my own instinct in using it too much, although I enjoy the feel of it. So I have a feeling down the road. But this, I've always wanted a set of seashells with symbols. And when I saw that somebody had made this, it was a very reasonable price, and I wanted to support a small uh, a person making esoteric tools. I'm just really pleased with how it's working out. So do you still want me to look? I don't know who this person is, but I will ask. Is Mary Mahler still based in Las Vegas? Is this your lawyer friend? I don't know. You might be just as well Googling it. But Mary Mahler, is she still based in Las Vegas? I'm getting waves. May have moved. Okay, she may have moved. And what else? I'm thinking on Mary Mahler. Mary Mahler. This big one. Okay, we get the moon. Long-term changes, transition times. So she may have moved from there, and after being there for some period of time, I feel like she's moved from there. Okay, to where, I don't know. Maybe someplace with more water again, because it was the wave. So look into that. I hope that that is helpful, Shield Maiden. Queensland. Ah, a long way from Sydney. Yes, yes. Hi, Lori Gilbert. You were asking if your ankle will and your heel will heal. Let's try the shells a bit more, if you don't mind. Lori Gilbert is asking if her ankle and her heel will heal. Spirit. You get the star. This would be a green light to go after what you want, it says. So I'm taking that as a positive card. It just may be because that it just may be that you're getting closer to where you're going to really feel the change and the difference in it being healed. This star is also hope. So yes, it might, you might be having to do a little bit more longer healing than you wanted to, but this would indicate with the star, even with the difficulties that you may face, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I also get the crossroads. You're coming to, I think, that point where maybe you're going to start to really be able to notice a difference. There also may be some alternative ways to, I feel like, bring about results of healing that you may not have thought of. Something new to consider. What is this? Wave movements, communications, and information. This was sitting in my hand. So I believe that there might yet be some helpful information out there that you haven't considered, is like alternative wise, maybe to expedite healing. And, that can be anything from taking a multivitamin, just to give your body that boost, or more collagen, taking collagen, supplement, broth for healing would be good. Oh, start going into a zone there. Come back, Maya, come back. So, yes, I feel, but I feel like you can gain, there's something that would be very helpful. Pardon me, I do have to get a sip of coffee here. That would help you to heal it. I just feel like it's extraneous information that, like if you're just sitting around someday, who knows, waiting for somebody in the car or whatever, or you just look into it and look into whatever you did to your ankle, like what means of nutritional support can you do, because I think it is going to maybe give you a boost, that there is information out there that would help you to boost it. It will heal, but it's just that it might, be taking a little, that tunnel to the light might be a little longer right now than you'd like. And so, about your love life. Where did I get the shells, Silver? I will list them, but I did get them on Etsy, and it was from a lady in the UK. But there may be somebody within wherever you may live, if you don't, and I think that I don't recall that the shipping was like anything, because, crazy. But I snagged these because it was like, oh, yes, those are mine. But I found them on Etsy. Yes, Lori. And you know what? Especially collagen helped me with my wound healing. I kind of reached a plateau, even with taking vitamins and omegas. And for me, I don't know. I'm just saying it might help. Try it. It is good for healing. And they have these broths. It can be a little bit, like bone broth is also. And Swansea, baby, hello. Yes, it's very good for you. It's like if you roast a chicken, save the bones, chuck them in a pot, and cook it up. Make your own broth. You're welcome, Silver. I know there's a question. There is time for another question, and I'm going to read Carl's right now. But if anybody else wants to, I'll probably read up to the 2-hour mark. I'm so pleased that you are all here. See, Swansea knows she drinks it twice a day. It's good for as we age, and it's good for all my joints. I should be doing what you're doing, girl, because you know what? I have worn out my upper body because of my paraplegia. I use my upper body 2 and 3 times as much as everybody normally would. So, oh, y'all, that's why I need to be doing that. And it can be like a warm morning drink instead of coffee or tea, or you could have that and then maybe throw in a cup of broth, collagen type broth. I've got to definitely, you can get the creamers but I have trouble with getting it to break up in my coffee. Right. It kind of clots up that you can put in there. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to get to that question of Carl's, and again, Swansea, it's so good to see you. I hope Swansea. I'm trying. So you can try sneaking it into your own coffee. You can do bone broth in the morning, which I need to do, y'all. I need to get so consistent. And I can do it, but that Pisces rising and moon want to have me make a mess. And then the Virgo in me is, oh no, oh no. And then I get on my own nerves. Okay. Now to Chromatica Rebels question, because it's the next one in caps that I see. Tyler says, I was told I need to protect myself spiritually and financially. Who should I protect myself from? Okay. I think the Lenormand is the deck for that. Bear with me for a minute. Oh, I haven't gone through that deck yet. You know what? I literally do. I need like to have a shelf. I have them around me in different sections. This one's getting a little dog-eared. I need to tape it down because it keeps catching. And so then when I go to shuffle, it's very annoying. I'll use this one. This tarot. It's huge. Okay. So for Tyler, he was told to protect himself spiritually and financially. Who from? Who is the source of the threat to Tyler? Financially, personally, spiritually, wise. So that sounds like somebody that is a taker and a drainer. Sometimes we can think that we like people, then we find out that they just use people. It might be somebody like that. Or somebody that you meet, you think, oh, they're really nice, and maybe not. But I don't know. Let's see what the cards want to say. I think maybe if people see that you're a sensitive, kind person, they may play up to and fool you because you've got such a tender heart. And you know, Tyler, if they do that, you just give me, I'll go roll over their feet with my wheelchair. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. Okay, let's see, Tyler. With the finances and what's going on with that? What's the advice with this? I'm asking my spiritual mentors and the Most High. Five of Wands. Yes. Okay, this is something, where it is, somebody could be jealous, love. This can be the card of somebody being petty as you know what. And it's jealousy. It can be people that if they see that you're earning a bit of money or you're doing well, budgeting, it can make some people actually jealous. And you're saying, but who, Maya? Who? I get the High Priestess. That's a secret. Somebody's not going to be. I think this person may try to secret it. But let's just say how this is. They're trying to veil it. They're trying to keep it secret or pretend that they're not. I think secretly they feel very competitive. And they almost can't help themselves. I feel like it must be some up here, definitely. Yes, a Prince of Hearts. And the Eight of Wands. Somebody, it shows communication. It could be somebody, it could be somebody that you've communicated with online with that Eight of Wands, maybe even lightheartedly with the Prince of Hearts. Let me just see. They're really trying to hide their identity. The Moon. Oh wow, yeah, there is something. I think there's a passive with the Prince of Cups, there's a passive aggressiveness that with this person that may give them away. Oh, just joking, that kind of thing. Um, but I think if you make a comment about how something's working out for you, or that something's really, just even pleasant, I think this person is just so insecure themselves that everything is competition to them, even though you may not yourself be aware of that about them. Because to me, it looks like they do try and keep it secret with the High Priestess. But they almost can't help themselves with a passive aggressive, perhaps kind of comment with the Prince of Cups. And that's where there's activity that picks up with the Moon, and it's hidden. It's a lot of feels, emotions. It's hitting. You're definitely triggering someone's buttons, and it's not your fault. I mean, it's their problem. It means it should be a sign for them. You need to work on that. Five of Swords. This would be somebody that is a bully. Frankly, is going to end up. If you notice that this is someone that shows you a friendly face, but then is passive aggressive. Passive aggressive. They are going to try to. I agree. I don't know who told you that, but I have to say that there's something shady definitely going on with the Moon and the Five of Swords. Somebody could be talking behind your back. Um, in trying to steal your thunder or make you seem less. There's something where they are being very deceitful in covering up their two fives. No, I'm sorry. One, no, yeah, two fives. The Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So we have two fives. Somebody is very challenged by your, getting along in life. And it's not showing me yet who, but I do feel like it's likely a peer, not a peerer. Could be female or identify as female or be fluid, but having a female more base, maybe. This is the Queen of Hearts. Could be a water sign. So it could be a female, someone that identifies definitely as female. Ten of Hearts and the Prince of Wands. Socially, I just feel it could be in a bigger like circle of friends or a larger circle of people in that Ten of Hearts that you may have met, I think, via online. I keep getting a sense of something maybe online with the wands that keeps showing up here. And I think it's a woman. This would indicate somebody that should be at least 21. They are getting again, it's pathetic. They're getting the card of an adult. Let me see the new comments here. You have horrible, I'm sorry, also, Swansea, you have horrible muscle spasms along your spine. It's helped. I do too. I like right now you're noticing that I've got like a heating pad. Well, that's every day chronic pain. So I think you and I understand each other. I'm feeling like it could be, if it's something will be worked out. Here, temperance. All right. You're going to suss out who it is. Uh-huh. Somebody I think could screen cap some conversation with that. Princess of Swords. You're going to figure it out. It's not going to, I'm being shown a feminine energy and a woman or someone who identifies as female would be very sensitive, but the problem of perhaps being passive aggressive and like talking, like I'm saying, I get like kind of like talking behind your back, and you'll figure it out. And it could be that somebody will show you some kind of correspondence, or you'll see it or something. Princess of Hearts. Yeah, again, we're being shown messages. Maybe calling this person out on it. Five of Hearts. I'd say so. And that's, Five of Cups. Hearts are cups. So, but to me, this friendship, it's somebody that I think is in your social circle. Could be a woman. And they're very reserved, but inside, it's because they're too scared to express themselves on some level. And where you're going out and taking action and doing things, they're I think maybe intimidated to do that in their own life. And they're jealous. I definitely get that. Okay, now I'm getting a King of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. I believe that that's you. And this is you being independent and yourself and doing well financially and with your daily well-being. You'll figure it out. But just for the moment, take note, there's a strong feminine energy there. Okay. I do believe it's someone who identifies as female. And I think that you're going to be able to figure it out. And I think you will have receipts of some kind that you're going to go, okay, I think I know who it is now. And when you do, you don't have to tell me who it is, but I would appreciate it if you would say, yes, Maya, figured it out. Okay, because I see that you will. I think it is a adult woman within your social circles. And they may not, I definitely get that they are not upfront with how jealous it makes them feel. And they're not doing the work that they need to be doing. So they may secretly harbor a lot of jealousy. Get out the old evil eye. I'm not kidding. Seriously. And do the mirror technique of you just put up this is what I do anyway. I put a wall of mirrors like around me, because when I have people that are negative, that are projecting stuff, like certain people that may live around me, when that happens, whether it's family or friends or whatever, I just put the old mirror up, and it's just like, whatever you're trying to project at me is just going to land right back on your lap. It's not going to, bounces off me and sticks to you. So, and it works, it really does. You fortify. I do believe that you should fortify. And there is an example of like how you can work on creating an energetic barrier psychically when people are sending, even without real awareness of what that ill vibe does. It's not good energy. Um, I don't see your energy is pretty clean, but I think the best thing that the cards say to do is just to, reflect it back to them. You do have people that are jealous and, employ the aspect of an evil eye, the idea that you deflect them and their negativity and jealousy, perhaps even set up and envision it around you, just the evil eye surrounding you, all around you, vulnerable everywhere. And that's what I would do. Because, yeah, I think it's a female adult, and they're passive aggressive. And I think you'll figure it out, like I said, through some kind of proof receipts. Okay, so I'm going to carry on to the next one. Chromatica Rebels Vampires. Oh no. Oh no. It's sweet and sassy, huh? I love you, girl. I do. And everyone here is saying it is pathetic. And you know what? But not because I'm doing it to you, but yeah, don't loan money out. That's right, Swansea, sweet and sassy. Don't loan out money you won't get back. This person may act very passive, but they're just not who they are showing you that they are. Behind your back, I do get that this person's got some problems. You know, they've got some stuff to work out, but I pick it up too. So I I wouldn't be worried about them. I just think that they're don't be very keep people, any new friends, and even maybe some old, that might be whose behavior you question maybe sometimes. Just look at people with a bit more of a, a little bit of this, and listen to what they say to you, and look at their face if they're talking to you, if you can see their face. Problem with texting is often you can't see the expression, but I think you're going to figure it out. And I don't think you need to be worried, but aware, just so that you can go, oh, all right. Because that's what I see you doing. And right, Carl, someone within, like a peer, your network or group or acquaintance. Oh, did I? Thank you, Silver. See, what would I do without my mods? You can ask Sweet and Sassy. I'm going to go to Carl. I think I did it, but if I didn't, you wanted to know about your love life, yeah? And I agree, Shieldmaiden, that person, with regard to you, Tyler, is too sensitive, but they're also the kind of person that's kind of like, but I'm going to whine about it on the inside. No, no, thank you. So let's see, what was it? Let me see. So Carl, you were just asking about, usually I just do one person per question, but I think yours was about love life. There we go. All right, Carl. Let's see. shells. Mother Ocean. Carl's love life. What does Spirit wish to share with him? Yeah, you even have to you get hold of them. Eventually I'll get these down. I love the little symbols. Those are waves. Now there's two kinds of waves. It's something that is almost like it's like communications. This one's about more like communications, movements, and information. Okay? I wonder if that isn't online dating, but I don't want to jump to decisions just yet. Now I don't know movements. Somehow that comes in. And information. Communications. Could be, I feel like somebody could, I'm just getting that somebody could respond if you do have like an online dating profile. And this is the card of a male, but I picked it upside down. So it would have traditional characteristics, traditional male characteristics, action. This is reversed. So they may not be somehow traditional, I think, in some way, in their characteristics, or you just haven't met them yet. Because interesting that this talks about movement and this one talks about taking action, and it's reversed. So I think it's saying get out there, communicate, be clear about what kind of person that you're wanting to draw to you. Take action when you're ready. That looks like communications. I do think that there's some form of a communication outlet that you could meet someone through, which could be a forum, it could be a chat like this, and you just start chit-chatting with somebody and you get along, and let's see what else I get. Oh, this one fell out. Two more. You got the other wave, and then you got the sun. So I'm getting yes, but there is somebody that has a connection to the spiritual world too. I like that. Okay. The waves, the curly waves, have the spiritual world connection, and the more angular waves have more about communications and information connected to it. Okay. I see. And you've got the sun. So I think you will. There's the beginning of something new. And it is through some platform of communications. And this person could be a little bit more, as they say, more eccentric, perhaps. And they may not have been dating for a while, because I'm feeling like this is something that's been kind of, the action drive has been put in park with it upside down. So once you decide, to go, I think you will meet people. It's just a matter of making the effort. Okay. That's pulling all those wheelies, Maya. Yeah, and lifting babies up off the ground without having my legs to use. I had to just use my trunk. Basically, I'm using my core muscles and the muscles in my arms and my neck. That's how I did it. You got a woman's energy too for Tyler. Yeah. I think she's very jealous of you. She is. No, people just, but I don't think like she's like I think like she could be a friend of a friend. And maybe that's just it. Maybe that she doesn't want you spending as much time with somebody that she's friends with, because there is some jealousy with this girl. I think you will know. So, okay. Yeah. Swansea's last. Sweet and sassy. I keep wanting to call you Swansea because I think of SW and like swan, like you're like a swan, like elegant. But sweet and sassy's good too. Alrighty. My husband and I need to move ASAP and cannot seem to find a place. And I'm terrified. I'm sorry, baby. We need to go now. Okay. Making sure I didn't drop any shells. I'm going to try the shells. Sweet and sassy. Needs a place. Pronto. And so I'm asking the Most High, and the ancestors to please help guide Sweet and Sassy and her husband to quickly find accommodation, a suitable accommodation that they can live in. And if this don't cut it for me, honey, I'll pull the cards. So this is the last person I'm reading on for the day. And if you missed me, just know I'm back on it Sunday, and sometimes I'm on other people's lives. And there are so many other great folks here too that can address your readings, because that's a cool thing, knowing a lot of readers. Okay. So sweet and sassy. Okay. I'm getting the moon. Transition. Yes. Okay. But I didn't put these other ones in, so I'll put these other ones in and shake it around. Okay. So you got transition. There is, you're going to have to move. So there's that coming. But let's see. And with the moon, the moonlight isn't 100% clarity, and that is why it can cause us to panic, that uncertainty that we can kind of see. But this is a long-term change. This is the end of a cycle, and it's important for you to transition. So let's just see about accommodation. Come on, universe. Give my baby and her man a home. A good, safe home. Yes. Okay. Movements. Yes. And communications and information. Start looking. I know you probably already have been, and you're saying you can't seem to find a place, but keep looking. This means movements, driving, actually, physically looking and being in touch with the people that can get you housing. Like, for example, one of my kids' friends, young adult, became homeless, and we were helping to have him stay here. But he wasn't aware of that we have a community resource center in our town. Now, I don't know if you have anything like that near you, and you would want to get onto them ASAP, because they can get you help you if you find yourself in a crisis situation of like, I don't have a home to go to right now. So check into check into places like that can give you resources to look for homes or places that you guys could go. So till you can find the right place, even if it's like a transition place. I see it. It's going to come. So just keep looking for the information and putting it out there. And the eye. Okay, you get lifting of the veil. Something is going to come through that wasn't noticed before. Something will come through. Let's see what else we get. And I get the waves again. So I believe that you will move there. And I feel like there's like a mini move maybe before you find that intuitive, this is the place. This makes me feel like this is the place. You're going to know it when you see it. But keep moving. The advice is not to stay still, no matter even if it's not the right place. Keep moving, keep looking, because eventually I see you will get the right place. And you are meant to physically get out of that location, because I feel like there's also something with the lifting of the veil. You're meant to live in okay, I'm getting a download on you, girl. You're meant to live in another location where the veil is more thin in the location. The environment for you, your intuition will work better. It's just going to click. There is a better place or another place in an environment that's going to click. And then you move. And there's a spiritual aspect to this, a deep connection. I think there's like a spiritual community, or the energy of the place you're going to recognize and say, this is good. There's good energy here. This is the place for us. You'll find it. You'll find it, girl. Don't worry. Okay? You will find it. Have faith. And instead of being terrified, and I know it's really hard not to be that way, put that energy of whenever you go to the fearful panic place, go to the place of the universe and say, and I'm sure you have been day and night, but just go to that place of where you are talking to the Most High, and put all that fear, give it over to the Most High. Just don't even hang on. Just the minute you start feeling that panic, say, okay, I'm going to give you this. Okay? Because that panic does not help. All right? And Oliver, I would advise you to, I close the list at 2 hours. That's what I tend to do. But please, there are many good readers here in and amongst the chat. You could ask Ron, anyone here, Carl. Hey, Clarence. Oh my gosh. You just came in, eh? I'm so glad to see you. I've missed seeing you. They will, they will help you out. If you don't want to wait until, and I can understand that. But why not ask some of the readers here? Because I've been reading for 2 hours nonstop, and I kind of need to shut my pie hole and drink some more coffee. And then I like to hop on the into the comments and talk at you guys that way. So I am going to close out, and I'll close you guys out with some Reiki. I want to thank all of you. And for those of you that made donations, thank you so much. And please make sure you hit the thumbs up if you would, not just with my live and videos, but any reader that you see that you want to see them do well with, because that's what we need you all to do. Anyway, so I want to thank you all. I really enjoyed doing this live, and you guys are the best, really. I really love the people that come into my lives. You know, there's so many that I can't thank every one of you enough, but you make such a difference, each and every one of you, even if you're quietly lurking. So I'm going to close you out with some Reiki to receive it, okay? And oh, I just got some more cards. I got some Reiki cards. So I will be doing a video with them and trying to figure out something to kind of mass do a Reiki thing, okay? So take this and just open yourself to receive the chi. This is just, I'm just directing life force energy your way, activated, okay? And all you have to do is say, yes, Maya, thank you. I'm accepting your delivery of this energy as conduit, and I'm going to utilize it. Okay? All right, you guys. I love y'all. I really do. And know that if you ever feel alone, you're not. You know, really, seriously. And we love you. Everybody here, I love you. And you make my lives worth doing. And I'll see you soon. I think I will be doing Zeus in the next reading. And if you all want me to read on other, you know, gods and goddesses, different places in the world, I would be so excited to do that. Oh my goodness. Kath, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Kath 11. So I love y'all. See, I don't like to leave. It's never goodbye. It's always see you later. All right. All right. I'm going to end. I love you guys. Bye.